What's good, BFA? This is Daniel, and I'm here to talk to you about the game art assignment. What you're actually going to do is get to pick from one of two assignments that I'm going to try and do concurrently. One, which will probably be easier, one for most of you guys, is the game prop. Ta-da! The other one, for anyone who's interested in digging into Substance Designer, is the tiling material. Both of these are going to focus partially on just making the assets, the models, and the textures, and partially on what you can do with them in the Unreal Engine. Specifically, we're going to be talking about creating customizable materials. So this gas pipe, for example, I can change the color of the valve wheel, and I can also tint the metal different colors. In addition to that, I can change the roughness values independently of the texture, which is really useful if I'm trying to tune the look of something and I don't want to go back to Substance, edit, a map, and then come back here and re-import. I can just edit it directly in the editor. I can also paint material variations onto the mesh in the Unreal Editor. For example, this alternate damaged version of the material that I made in Substance Designer, and also these nice puddles that you may have noticed lying around. This is a super useful feature for breaking up tiling textures and adding large scale variations, especially if you're going to be doing some kind of environment later. So to recap, you'll either be making some kind of environmental game asset like this one, or a Substance Designer material graph, and then taking that into the Unreal Engine and working on the material there. So to start out, if everyone could let Tom know as soon as possible which of these two assignments you're interested in doing, that would be most helpful, because I don't want to do twice the prep if everyone's doing the same thing. But if you guys are interested in doing both of these, I am happy to split up the lesson. Also, just be thinking about what kind of prop or material you want to do. You're going to have probably less than 2 weeks to finish the mesh bakes and textures, and we're also going to be setting pretty strict limits on the poly count and resolution and number of texture maps you'll be able to use. So I wouldn't be super ambitious with your subject matter. You don't have to make a pipe, but whatever. If you are interested in doing modular stuff, that's something we can look at. If you want to do some kind of slightly animated prop, that's also something we could do. Like a character, I think, is probably outside the scope of this assignment, but if you have an idea, hit me up and we can talk about it, because I want to help you guys realize your dreams. And that's it. Like I said, more information is forthcoming, but in the meantime, if you have any questions, please feel free to get in touch on Facebook or email or whatever.